The first Wagon Beirut demo day that we are organizing today. So after 9 weeks of coding bootcamp, our intense coding bootcamp, our students are going to be presenting what they have been able to do. So I'm going to be introducing you Boris Payar. Boris Payar is the CEO and founder of Wagon in Paris. He's going to be explaining a bit more about what is Wagon and how it's going to be today.
Yeah. So good afternoon, everyone. So for those who don't necessarily know about Wagon, I'm just giving you a bit of explanation of what we do. So basically, it's a coding bootcamp that was created 2 years ago in Paris, and we wanted to bring technical skills to creative people. That means to engineers, architects, people with already some computer science small backgrounds, and basically we wanted to give them the technical skills to be full stack web developers in 2 months, basically to be able to prototype their own applications, to be able to build the products they wanted to build, and also to be able to find a job in the tech industry. So basically we're running batches in Paris for a long time and made this really nice program during 2 years. And it's a big success in Paris. And basically, maybe 8 months ago, Malik, he reached us and said, yeah, I want to launch a program in Beirut. So I didn't know anything about the Beirut ecosystem, so if it was something viable or I don't know, but we took the chance. And I'm really thankful to Malik and to all the person who made it possible for this first batch. So to Costa, to Jad, to Ayman, to Marshan, who came from the US to be the lead instructor of the first batch. And for me, today is a bit of a sad day because what's going on in Paris. So I was really sad today, but at the same time, when I feel the energy of the students and their level as web developers and what they were capable of doing during the 10 last days of the program, well, I'm really proud of what you guys have been doing, and I hope you'll make some great demos and kick asses on it. So I'm going to let Marshan, which is the lead instructor, because he's an awesome master of ceremony. So basically, he will be running the demo today. Thank you.
Woo. 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 Salama. Bonjour. Hello. Ismi Marcian Diamond. Kifa Kifi. Marhaba. What's going on, people? Thank you very much for joining us on our demo day. So we have 4 groups demonstrating 4 web applications that they have built in only 10 days. Please keep in mind, these applications you are about to witness were built in less than 2 weeks. So it's going to be very exciting, so I can give you guys maybe 1 or 2 minutes to go upstairs and put on some diapers because, yes, or go grab your helmets and seat belts because what you are about to witness is nothing less than awesome. So I'm from the United States, California, and I have had the pleasure and honor to be this first batch's lead instructor. So web development is a very challenging and very exciting field. So this boot camp is a very nice opportunity for the people of Lebanon to come and learn this high demand skill. There are no other similar opportunities that I know of in Lebanon that provide this kind of service. So I think it's an excellent opportunity for our students to challenge themselves and to grow. So when I first arrived here, I came with the intention to quit smoking cigarettes. But I actually ended up smoking more cigarettes here than I've ever smoked in my entire life. So I wanted to organize a group, a stop smoking group, but I didn't know how I could organize this group. I want to stop smoking. Thankfully, I met some talented web developers who have provided a solution for me to help organize this kind of thing. So I would like to invite our first group, I Want To, Abe and Yasser.
Take your time. Hey, I'm Abe. This is my brother Yasser. We fully know that doing a pitch is something serious. I mean, pitches get you money and money makes companies. Unfortunately, my brother and I, we're not serious developers. And we promised Marcin that we're going to sing about our product. So this is a parody of the I Want To. So 1, 2, 3, 4.
Come on, ladies, come on, ladies. I want to. Come on, ladies, come on, ladies. I want to. Have a look. I want to. Have a look. I want to. Very, very good. I want to. Very, very cheap. I want to.
I want to. I want to. All right, now down to business. The idea of I Want To started back when I was in college. I was new in university, I didn't know anyone, and I cut off all my friends in high school. I wanted to go out, I wanted to watch movies, I wanted to have coffee, but I had no one to go out with. So basically, I Want To is an online platform. It's a social service for university students. You can just post an event, what do you want to do, and other people will join you. First off, we've got this kick-ass homepage that we're going to sign up for a new account as the Darth Vader. We're going to show you how it's done. Darth Vader. Vader at edu.edu. We're going to help Vader find the rebels. Pick out a random password. Okay, come on, let's sign up. Darth at, the email, darth at edu.edu. Yeah, password, pick a random password. Sign up. All right, so this is our homepage. We've got our default image over there. We're going to change it into something more suitable by Darth Vader. Downloads. I'm sorry, we're using a Mac. We don't usually use Macs. Macs are for losers. You need to download the picture again. Or we can just keep the default picture for now. Okay. So, I want to find the rebels. Yeah, just put deep robotic voice. Deep robotic voice. Save changes. Okay, now, what does Darth Vader want to do? Darth Vader wants to find the rebels. So, I want to find the rebels.
Find the what?
The rebels.
The rebels?
Okay. When? Let's do it tomorrow. Okay, where? The galaxy. The galaxy. And he needs just one person. Create the event. And here's our Darth Vader wants to find the rebels. Now we're gonna log out with a different account to just simulate the different users out there. Okay, join in, and let's sign in with B at edu.edu. 128. And this is Boba Fett's account. Let's try joining in Darth's event, yeah? Just join it. Okay, and now let's post a comment. Follow me, my friend.
Follow me.
Follow me, my friend. Add comment. And that's basically it. We just want something that's simple. We want to be the Tinder without the dating. We want to be Facebook, but for an actual social life, not just an online social life. And it's as simple as that. Thanks.
Abe and Yasser, please come up. Good job. Good job, Abe. Good job, Yasser. Now, I would like to introduce our judges. We have Boris, who is the founder of Wagon. We have Constantine, who is working in the computer field, currently with Referred. And we have my good friend, Jad. He picked me up from the airport during the sandstorm at 5 in the morning. After being questioned, I was questioned for 1 hour in the Rafiq Hariri airport because of my beard. They thought I was going to Syria or something. So they will offer our I Want To developers some comments and input on their project.
Yeah. So first of all, I want to congratulate you guys, because that's lots of works. Basically, that's what you've done, and it may seem like kind of simple because there is all these animations and you can upvote. So there is no 1,000 different pages. It's really simple, but I know all the hard work that there is like behind simplicity. So I'm really proud of what you've done. About the product itself, I think the cool thing about it is really the students the fact that you target students, and that's really the one target you want to have. Okay, and so for the moment I can't really feel it. I know that there is a nice design work and also about the wordings. I mean, it works, but when you arrive on the homepage, like it doesn't say that it's for students like events and hangouts. So maybe with some details in the interface, you can just focus a bit more on the student's target, which for me is like really the target you want to have. And so for the homepage, for the sign up, we don't see that it's a sign up for students. So I know that if I try to sign up with an address which is not edu, you won't allow me because I tried the product with you before. But the audience here, they don't know it. And so maybe if they want to use your product, they will try to sign up with the gmail.com, and then they have some error and they don't understand why. So it's all this stuff that's to create really a student experience about this product. But I'm pretty sure it will work if you succeed in putting it into the universities. I'm pretty sure about it. So good work.
Cool. First of all, I'd like to congratulate you as well. This looks really awesome. Well done. I'm building up on what Boris said about the UX. Something that attracted my attention was the sign up as well. You still have you have 3 buttons on the signing up page or logging in. So you have the whatever it is, whether you're logging in or not, and additional 2 buttons that actually do sort of the same. And I quite like how you added the comments. I think you've used Ajax there.
Yeah.
Cool. And yeah, that's about it. Good work.
Congrats on the product. I really like the design and it's very clear. So as Boris mentioned, there are no useless buttons or pages. I just have another comment on the landing page that the value proposition isn't clear from the first 2-3 seconds. It shows that I want to do X, Y, Z, but it doesn't show how I want to the website helps us do this. So what's the value proposition? How are you helping with this? I think you can solve it with a slogan or maybe just explain the tools that you provide. And do you have a launch strategy since you mentioned that it's only for university students? So are you trying to do it like Facebook per university?
Yeah, the thing is, I want to just not stop here. We're going to pitch to investors in December since we're already in the Alt City Bootcamp. And until then, we've got a lot of research and development going on. And when we get to December, we're going to have deals with universities. That way, the university can pay for its students, giving us an access to about 4,000 users from the launch date, which is a very good user base for a launching app.
Awesome.
Thank you, judges. Now I would like to take any questions from the crowd that you may have for these fine young gentlemen about their product.
I know we blew your minds, your speech.
One question. Hey, wait. I'll bring you the microphone.
So it's a nice. I actually like the idea and the name. It's catchy, it's interesting. But what I want to ask is it gonna require anonymity, or is it gonna require a Facebook login, or?
Now, if we wanted to put Facebook login, then anyone can join in. However, after the research we've done, we've seen that people aren't very comfortable meeting random strangers, random citizens, but they are comfortable meeting other students. So if you log in using your university's email, then we should have all the users in university, and that way you'll be more comfortable. Plus, people can't just target you, like they can't private message you, they can't follow you. So it's all based on the event. It's not based on the user itself. You can make friends in real life after you go to the event, but you don't want to have this friendship-based thing online, not the connections online. We want to keep it in real life.
All right, thank you.
Anyone else? Yalla. Thank you, Abe. Thank you, Yasser. So now I want to, so I can form my Stop Smoking group with other like-minded university students. So I formed the group. We go to our Stop Smoking events, but we usually just end up smoking during these events. And for some reason, the first thing I want in the morning is to smoke a cigarette. My day cannot start without a cigarette, and this is becoming a serious problem for me. I have never experienced such an addiction like this. I need professional help. I need to seek the help of a psychologist, but I have no money. I'm a teacher. I can't afford this. I'm not a citizen of Lebanon. I have no health insurance. How can I speak to a psychologist about my mental problems and cigarettes? I dream about cigarettes. I wake up, I have to smoke a cigarette. Before bed, I have to smoke a cigarette. So, the next group I will introduce has provided me with a solution. It is called ePsych, a service connecting people to psychologists. Now, Jad, don't be mad at these guys. Jad created a platform called eTub for communication with doctors. So, they say that imitation is the sincerest form of flattery. So without further ado, Khaled and Michelle will present their product, ePsych. Psych.
All right. Good evening, everyone. My name is Michelle, and you know, there are some days where I feel very anxious, I feel stressed, and I heard about this website called ePsych, where I can go up and ask a question to a bunch of psychologists here in Lebanon about what is it that I'm feeling, why am I feeling that way. And I decided to sign up and to see what happened after I asked my question. So I am Michelle. My email is michelle@gmail.com. Not my real email. And I will make a password 128, I guess. Doesn't matter. And I will click on sign up. And some other users have posted some questions. But I'm here to ask a question myself. And I will ask, why am I feeling anxious? And I'll just click on the button. And if we scroll down, then my question appears here. And this is on the user side. This is if I'm just a simple person asking a question. Now let's go and see what happens if I'm a psychologist and I want to answer that user's question. So I'll log in as a psychologist time, and I'll sign up for a new account as well. And my name is, Dr. Doolittle. And I'm a behavioral psychologist. And we can just add some random numbers here. Doctor@doolittle.com. And after I confirm my password, I'll click on the sign up. Yes. And I can see all these questions here. But if you click on one of the questions, and now, since I'm logged in as a psychologist, I can answer a question. So this is what I'll do. So why? Sorry? Yes, exactly. Maybe because you're using a Mac, so that will be my answer for that specific user. So because you are using a Mac, you are feeling anxious. And I'll just post that answer. And here we go. Now I can see that my question has been answered by Dr. Little, who's feeling anxious because I am using a Mac. So now I know that I should switch to PC or maybe Linux. Linux would be a better option. And it's a simple, very simple website. There's always more features that we can think about to add in the future for this. But for the present time, this is it. This is our MVP. This is what we've been developing, me and Khaled, for the past 10 days. And I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you.
Now the judges.
Yeah, very, very good job. Like the same is simple, but then it targets a real issue. And I guess it could be useful to some people in Paris right now because they will put some psychological, unit in place. No, it's really a good product. I know that we choose these pictures together, but I think it's a bit, creating anxiety. So that's something you should change. About the product itself, I think it's good to target it. It's the same. I like the products that are targeted. So I like products that are targeted to students. I like the products that are targeted to psychologists only. For me, you really need to have a strategy about curating the content because it can become really, like it can go wild. Like people can ask like jokes, questions. Psychologist also, I don't know if there is some kind of validation of the psychologist, but can I sign up as a psychologist myself, or is it some kind of validation step?
No, actually, in this case, well, we just made it for simplification purposes. A psychologist cannot just come in, sign up, and start answering questions. They actually have to be verified by an admin, so us in this case. So we'll actually physically verify that this person is indeed a psychologist, and through our admin backend, we'll be able to basically tell the program that, yes, indeed, this is a psychologist, let him answer some questions. So on this point,
okay, and so what's your strategy to make it use, like, do you know some psychologists that maybe want to test the product or?
Yes, actually, I started speaking to a few psychologists, and there's also a new NGO that's coming up. It's called the Embrace Fund. Their mission basically is suicide prevention, and they're trying to set up a phone hotline. Well, a phone is nice and all, but there's also something called the internet, and I hope that this would be something that they would actually use themselves, that would get users also to them through this website, complementing obviously everything else that they're doing on their side.
All right, great work, guys. Great idea. I think, Boris, you forgot that we also need this around here. We've had explosions as well, and people are really feeling sad. However, the landing page looks really gloomy. I mean, this guy is about, I don't know, he looks really like
Yes,
he's
yes.
going to do something really bad.
The front end needs to be reworked. I completely agree.
Okay, so it should be welcoming for people with, you know. I would say one comment on the joining experience. Let's put it this way: why do you need to know the identity of the person? Doesn't matter. Like the person who's asking the question, is it more important to help those people, or actually, you know who they are? Also, there is a bit of. I noticed that the fonts are not all looking the same. The buttons even. So it's a very different experience between one screen and another. And I'd like you to answer me, why are you using a model to answer the question? Like, when you get to the question, you have another button saying, answer this question. Why can't I just answer the question in a form?
It's a way to do it. يعني. It's not. We don't have strategy for this, but we are developing. We like to see the ideas, the better ideas, and submit it.
Cool. I guess what I'm trying to say is that if you have the chance to make things simpler, you should go for that first. Don't complicate things. You don't need the button there. You just need the button to submit the answer. That's about it.
Okay.
Good work.
Thank you.
Great job on the product. I can totally see the value here. It's very important. Okay, I know that you verify psychologists, but what is the process of verifying psychologists? So,
well, there are many different ways you can do that. So basically, it's getting their diplomas, their copies of their diploma certificates, going to the Na'abe, to ask them to verify these psychologists. There are many different ways of doing that, and through obviously the government and government resources. I mean, and this is how we would actually verify our psychologists and those who work in hospitals or clinics as well. This could be another way of verification.
Okay, and then what's in it for them? So what's in it for psychologists? Why would they answer for free?
Well. You see, this is mostly for information, at least for basic information. There's something of a taboo in this country as to what a psychologist does, what a psychologist represents. So a lot of people will tell you, I'm not crazy, I'm not going to go see a psychologist, but it's not because you're crazy that you go see one. It's not necessarily, because you're crazy that you go see one. So this is at least on the short run to build against the taboo that psychologists are only for crazy people. And on the long run, well, it could help maybe psychologists, get some new patients through this website. They could maybe set up an appointment. This is one of the ideas that we've discussed. But again, because this is an MVP, we try to make it as simple as possible. So again, inspired by Itob.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Almost done. Now, the moment you've all been waiting for. Any questions from the crowd? Yalla. We have a question here. Don't leave.
Can a user make a verification that the psychotherapist solution helped them out?
Sorry, I didn't hear.
Can the user, which I got a help from a psychotherapist, can I make a comment which how the psychotherapist helped me with that to verify that psychotherapist is good and that solution is good?
Feedback about.
Yes, the feedback.
Feedback. Well, again, that would come down to if we feel that it's a necessary feature to include, then yes, we would include something like that. These are not. This is not a simple answer. I think there is no simple answer to that. It really depends on if it's ethical on one hand, if it's feasible technically. Well, it is, and also to see if this is what users actually want. If the users want such a feature, then yes, we will consider including something like that.
can other psychotherapists make solutions for him? And can there be many psychotherapists making a solution for the one?
Yes, yes. So if a user asks a question, more than one psychologist or psychotherapist can answer a question.
Can a user have a one-to-one connection with a psychotherapist and alone with him?
Yeah,
Personal messaging?
That's also one of those future features, basically. Well, again, this is an MVP. We thought a lot about it. We thought about if we would have time to actually develop something like that. And for us, it actually took longer than expected, so that's why we did not include it in the final product that you see here.
But we have the plan for this one.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Great question, thank you. Anyone else? Yalla, yalla. One more.
So, what's the planned incentive for a psychologist? I mean, why would psychologists basically answer people's questions? I mean, what's the incentive they have?
Well, again, a lot of psychologists, if you talk to them, they will tell you that there is a taboo in this country, and I'm sure in different places as well, where people have a misconception about what a psychologist is. I mean, when you look at what a doctor represents and in a society, there's much more respect for them. And through technology, through this website, maybe amongst other things, it would be a way for them to explain to the rest of the world what their job actually is. That their job is not just about sitting down, listening to you, and then pay them money and then you just leave. No, that there's a longer term, it's a longer term issue, a personal issue that's being corrected or fixed. I'm not quite sure about the exact term at this moment, but this is mostly for psychologists to be able to represent themselves, their jobs, their careers, as something that could be very positive in someone else's life. So someone who would need psychological attention or psychiatric attention. It's not just about giving drugs or listening to a patient, and that's it. There's much more to it than that. It's self-development. It's something that's innate in people that they might need to figure out by themselves through a meeting with a psychologist. But they have to understand what a psychologist does before actually meeting, and this is what we're trying to achieve.
Yalla, okay. Okay, we have to move forward. If the audience has additional questions for the groups, feel free to stay after the presentations and converse with them. So Michelle, good work. Khalid, good work, Khalid. Good work, Michelle. It's always a good thing to help people without an incentive. Maybe that's what part of being human is about. Anyways, so I went to ePsych, and I was kind of embarrassed about my inability to control my cigarette consumption. So this was a nice service for me to post anonymous questions to figure out what's wrong, why I can't quit. And a great psychologist answered my question, and he says, it sounds like you are hanging around with people who smoke. He said, maybe you should try to involve yourself in a different type of community. And I said, voila, that's what I need to do. I will join an art community. I will start doing water painting and taking photographs and sharing them on the internet. But I couldn't find anywhere to do this until I met two very, very talented developers who provided me with the solution to join an online art community. Without further ado, I'd like to introduce Roy and Yara of Arthropocene. Arthropocene, scene.
He likes to do this a lot. Hello, everyone. My name is Roy, and I'm basically I have something for art. I find art is everywhere in our life, all around us. And art is basically the expression of someone's creativity and innovation. It's a skill everyone has. And we can use it to express ourselves. And this expression can be the therapy. This is why me and Giara, we built Anthropocene. It's, everything is okay? Okay. This public wall where everyone can express themselves using art. They can put a small picture they took or a small painting or everything they wish with a small description and title, and they put a story that reflects their situation. If they're happy, if they're sad, if they, well, I don't know, anything they want. So I'm going to walk you through the experience. You go, you can log in or sign up. Well, I'm a belonger, so I'm going to sign in and check my profile. Actually, it's Yara's profile. In our profile, you can see our own posts. Whoa, this is going to take some time. Okay. You can use Facebook. Usually it's faster. Okay. And this is your profile now in the application. Your profile is anonymous, no one can access it. And you can add, you have your own posts that are on your profile. These same posts are on the public post profile, where all the experiences are. This is all anonymous. You can interact, you can add comments, you can add picture. To add picture, you go to new experience, and then you add a title, you choose an image, you choose a description, you choose a story, and you upload it. Basically, this is it. Thank you. Okay.
Good job, Roy. Okay, about the pitch, it was kind of good because I know you were like stressing a bit. Don't finish on like some form without feeling it and saying just thank you. It's a bit like boom, wow. Is it the end? It's just for the next time. Finish on something wide, on something big. Don't finish on like
okay.
It's just it's a hard exercise to do. I'm not sure if the audience realize that like showing a product and speaking about the product at the same time. I know because I've seen like 70 different products in Le Wagon for the beginning. I really know it's a hard exercise to do.
Yeah.
But that was cool.
Thank you.
Till the thank you.
Thank you.
And about the product itself, when I came here on Monday, I told myself, wow, it's a kind of like, okay, blog post with authentication and anonymous post, so that's kind of cool, but I didn't really see the interest of it. And then you started like working really on the front end, and basically the front end, I like it. It's awesome because all the startup websites, they are all the same. They're all the same, They're all like bootstrap button and tagline, and it's a bit boring. And your website, it really has some kind of identity. So that's the thing I like with the websites. And so I think it's good because art is really important right now, and it's good to have some kind of media. I don't know if you know about Medium. Medium is like a Medium is like a really, really popular like for everything at the moment, where everyone is writing stories about how they travel alone in the world or how they manage to quit smoke in 20 days, And that's really, really popular. And if Anthropocene can be a kind of medium for art, then guys, it will be like really an awesome end for the project.
Let's hope for the best.
Cool. Good work, first of all.
Thank you.
I like what you've done with the hover on top of belonger, non-belonger. Great work, and the effect on the logo as well.
The therapy starts from the landing page.
Yeah, very cool.
You can see the artistic side.
Cool. Well, I like the dark theme, but did you think about the accessibility a bit? Like some people cannot read on dark screens, like dark background, unless it's actually, readable. When you go to a post, I can't read the text. It's too dark for me. So you've used a dark background, and then you've used a dark font, which makes it really hard to read. So I want you to take this into consideration if you can. And also, what else? That's about it. Good luck.
Thank you.
Great job as well. I love the idea. Regarding the text that is not readable, you can also fix it maybe by having bigger fonts and increased line height so that the characters are very small. And you can also limit the width. So if you check what Facebook, Medium, and Tumblr are doing for this, they try to limit for 12 words or 20 words per line. So when you do this, it makes it much easier to be read.
Okay.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Any questions from the audience? Yalla. Anybody? Okay. Good job, Yara. Good job, Roy. Thank you very much. So, if you couldn't tell, I have to admit something. I'm a foreigner. I'm from a faraway land on the other side of the earth. And I arrived here in Beirut for the first time a couple months ago, like I said, during the sandstorm. And I was walking across the city during the sandstorm, and I didn't know if I could make it. I had to sit down on a bench and then tell myself, okay, I can walk. I can do this. But I need to fuel my body. I need some food to make it on this journey. But as a foreigner, I don't know anywhere to go. Maybe there can be a nice application for me to find a restaurant establishment. Maybe I'll meet a nice young Lebanese girl and I want to take her out for a meal. But I don't know anywhere to take her. However, again, I can't believe this. Lebanon must be the land of developers, because I met two very talented developers who could provide me a solution to my dilemma. Without further ado, I would like to introduce Mark and Rana of BAG, which stands for Book and Go. BAGGGG.
Thank you, Marsha. Hello, everybody. So, who doesn't like to eat? Who doesn't like to go places to eat? Okay. So, okay. Who's not interested in a good dining experience? Who finds trouble in going and searching for places to book, to make bookings? Who doesn't want to go some nice place and who's tired of making phone calls to try to get reservations and bookings? So to solve such a problem, me and my partner, we came up with a solution, a simple interface for users and restaurants to make bookings and to match each other. So Book and Go, users can log into their favorite restaurants and check out menus and check for bookings, make bookings online instead of going on the call and trying to find some good restaurant. Also, restaurants can post their restaurants and make announcement for this further bookings. So let's start. For example, I'm a user and I want to log in as mark.jad@live.com, password. So this is the home page. We can go and check for places. For example, I want to eat at Kukle. This is Kukle. We can see the profile, okay, of the restaurant. For example, I want to make a booking at Kukle, so I go and book a request. For example, I want to eat today at I don't know, 2 p.m., 5, 6, I don't know. 7, tonight, late.
No, at the morning.
Okay.
Like 20. Okay, yes.
20 persons. The phone number, I will provide a phone number and a note.
My birthday. Girlfriend birthday. Come on.
Okay, it's my girlfriend's birthday. Make it special, please.
That's enough.
Okay. So send the request. Okay, now we made a booking at Kukle. We will go to the restaurant. We'll log into the restaurant. I will log in as Kukle. Mark.ja. Okay, well, we'll log in as Kukle restaurant to check this booking. Okay, so now, go back to the profile. This is Kukle profile. All the information is provided. Here I can edit my info. I can check my reviews, my reservations, my pending list. So on my pending list, I have the booking made for 20 persons on November 14th, 2015. So now, as Kukle, I want to reject or accept this booking. So I want to reject this booking. Sorry, your girlfriend is not welcome here. Rejected. Okay. So now I want to check about my booking, as when I made a booking for my girlfriend, I want to check what happened. So I'll log in to my user account again as a user, and I'll see that I have a notification. Kukle rejected your booking request. I can delete that. Okay. Now let's make another reservation at somewhere else. For example, at Budo, for example. So make a booking. Let's make a booking. For example, at 6 p.m. for 2 persons, 23 persons. Okay, phone number. We'll provide a note. Okay. Okay. Please help. Okay. So now let's go again and log in. We'll log out and go again to the restaurant login. Okay. The restaurant to enter to the user. Okay. So now
it's not the good restaurant. You booked on Bobo and
you went to the Kugli, you should go to Budo. Okay, we have one notification on the pending list. Okay, please, it's my GF's birthday. We will accept that. So now we have a reservation. At Voodoo, there is a reservation for 23 persons on November 14th. Okay, so we will log in to the user account again. And we'll see that there is a pending notification here. Okay, the booking is accepted. And I can cancel the reservation. If I don't want this reservation, I can cancel it. And it's canceled. Also, I can write a review about the restaurant. If I visit a restaurant and I like it, I can make a review. Thank you for your service. And let's check it at the restaurant side. I have one review. Thank you for such good service. And on the pending list, there is the reservation that I made before. I can delete it also. Okay, on the edit profile, I can edit my profile. I can set the opening hours and the closing hours. For example, I want to close Saturday and Sunday. And I have the program of the day. I can set anything I want. I can change the picture, of course, everything. I can edit my profile. Okay, now we're closed on Saturday and Friday. We edited the profile and we changed. We are closed on Saturday and Friday. Now we'll check the profile again.
Yalla, yalla.
Okay, we check our profile.
Okay.
Okay, you can check the menus also, the picture, everything. Awesome.
That's it.
That's it.
Okay, so about the product first, I think it's like an insane amount of work in 10 days to be able to, like, it's, I think like even the good projects in Paris, like they are not, sometimes not as advanced as this kind of product. So for the first batch, I was really impressed. So when you first showed me that, I was like, what the F, how were they able to add so many features? And so really, it's really impressive for me to see this product. About the demo, the thing is, which is hard when you have a product with lots of things, you want to demo everything. You want to show everything. The review, the booking request, the cancellation of the request, the acceptation of the request, the change of the schedule. So you have to make some choice to keep some good rhythm when you do the product demo. And so the thing is, like, you get a bit lost between, I log in as a user and then as a restaurant owner, then back to the user and then back to the restaurant owner of another restaurant. And so all the products that we saw, lots of them are two-party. There are users and psychologists, users and restaurants. So for this kind of demo, you have to be prepared with like two maybe browser opened, one a private navigation session and another one on public. And they stay logged in all the time, and you just refresh the page, so that it really makes you save twice the time because you don't have to log in all the time. So I think for the next time you make a demo, but it was the first time, so it's really, really difficult exercise with a complicated product as this one. So for the next time you do it, prepare two users already logged in, and it will be like so much comfortable for you to do the demo. You will realize it's really like, but on the product itself, I think for me the awesome part is about the restaurant side and the ability to specify where it's open, the special events you can do, happy hours, blah, blah, blah. And the review, maybe it's something unnecessary because there is Yelp, there is like TripAdvisor, so there are lots of things. So I think your product, you should take some decision about it, because now it's awesome because it does everything, and in 10 days it's an awesome coding project. But business-wise, you should take some choice on the product to focus it on some part of the value proposition. That's my feedback.
Hey, I absolutely love it. Well done. For someone to develop such a thing using Rails in 10 days is really impressive. Well done. A couple of things. I actually don't have any comments besides some UX and behavioral. I would add to what Boris said about fast switching. Yes, we want to see everything all at once. A tip about going about that is for Rana to start with setting expectations, like telling us what we are supposed to be seeing. And then there's a gem where you can switch the roles of the users, logged in users, or use different browsers. There are plenty of tools to demo a product. That's about it. I would love to see how you've implemented roles in the back end. So yeah, good stuff.
I also agree on the 2 points that this is amazing. In just 10 days, you were able to build all of this. I have a few comments back. I know this is not back, but when you don't add the dots, I think book and go sounds like back. So it might be better to add dots so people can know that this is an acronym. And this text box here, what are you looking for? It's not obvious if I should enter a location, a cuisine, or a restaurant name. So maybe you can change it to enter the restaurant name or a pub name. And that's it. Great job.
Thank you.
Does the crowd have any questions for the BAGGG developers? One question in the front.
Hey, I have one question and a small comment. On the question, can I search for a restaurant to maybe book and go to without logging in? So can I search and then log in?
You can search without logging in and like browse the stuff that the restaurant have, but you cannot book.
Okay, and the comment is, as from a user experience, I would like to book and know that my booking is confirmed right away. The fact that I have to wait for a rejection or a confirmation from the restaurant doesn't make sense to me. So what probably you should think about is how do you link, so you have the calendars, the bookings of there are websites who do that, where you get the calendars, what's the availability for every restaurant at every date and time, and you can see the availability and book your slot directly and confirm. The idea that I have to wait and come back, user experience-wise, would be something that I would be reluctant to do.
Okay, thank you for the feedback.
Thanks.
Emil has a question.
Good job. I think it looks awesome. But just one question. What is your differentiator from a service like Zomato, for example?
Zomato can book, and Zomato don't have so much pubs. We're like in everything, restaurant, pubs, and you can like specify your category and stuff. And Zomato don't have a booking service.
Cool.
Good job, Mark. Good job, Rana. So everybody, again, I would like to thank you very much. We have some concluding thoughts and remarks now. So, like I said in the beginning, web development is a very challenging yet exciting field. It has a high learning curve. It takes a lot of sacrifice, motivation, determination to learn these types of skills. And this being the first Code Bootcamp batch in Beirut, it just goes to show how brave our students are to take this kind of risk to try to work in a field that they're interested in. So now I would like to invite Malik, the coordinator, who made all of this possible, to come up and give us some concluding thoughts.
Thank you, Martin. First, I'm really impressed. I'm impressed about what our students were able to do. They were able to do amazing job in like 10 days. They built so powerful websites, and I was impressed to see some students staying here late, like until like 8, 9, 10 p.m. working on their project, all those 2 weeks, working intensely to be able to make that happen. I'm really impressed by that. I'm impressed by seeing so much of you here, and I'm thankful to see you here and supporting us in this adventure that we are trying to make in Lebanon. We are trying to make a change, and without you, this change will never be possible. So thank you, everyone. And I would like to thank you also, our teacher that made that possible. Without the teacher, it was impossible to do something like that. We have Martian that came all the way from US to be able to give some courses here. We have Costa that gave some courses with us. We have Jad, we have Ayman, we have Boris that came from Paris to be able to give, to help us make it possible. And we have Rami that wasn't able to make it today because he is sick, and he was a great teacher assistant for all those 9 weeks of great job. Thank you.